Alright, so we're going to make cold process soap today using olive oil and coconut oil and lye and some water. And I'm going to start mixing the lye because that actually has to cool down. It has to get about 40 degrees Celsius before we can mix it with the, or 50 degrees Celsius, so we can start mixing it with the oils. And it's always a good idea to wear gloves and have vinegar when you're working with lye, because you can get it on your skin.
You want apple cider vinegar?
Well, actually you probably don't, because that's expensive. You want to use the cheapest distilled vinegar, but just in case you get it on your skin, you want to pour it on quick. So yeah, I'm going to start with the lye. You should probably wear goggles too, but. So I put everything through a soap calculator. I use soapcalc.net, and so I put total oil weight, which is going to be 45 ounces, and then I'm going to do 70% olive oil and 30% coconut oil. So with these saponification values, the amount of lye is going to be 6.4 ounces. So we're going to measure that out. And when you're working with lye, you never want to use aluminum because it'll create dangerous fumes. So only stainless steel, plastic, and glass. And you always have to use a scale with soap. You can't eyeball it because it has to be a perfect amount, otherwise there'll be lye left and it'll burn you when you're using the soap, or it won't turn into soap if you don't put it up. This is going to be a big batch. .4. Okay, and now I'm going to tear the water Tupperware, and that's going to be 17.1 ounces. You want to use filtered or distilled water, distilled preferably. Let's see how much that is. 7 ounces. How much did I say? 17.
So you pretty much need an electronic scale if you want to mix it.
Yeah, you absolutely need electronic scale. So, almost there. It's going to be a big batch. This container is big enough for that's 1 pound. Let's change it. Okay. I'm going to add lye to the water, not water to the lye, because it'll blow up and get all over you and burn your skin. So you always need to add the lye to the water. And it's going to get almost boiling. It's going to get like 200 degrees Fahrenheit. So you want to be really careful, and it's going to throw off fumes, so you want to have the fan on. So I'm going to turn the fan on now. And I'm actually going to stir with the thermometer, which is probably not the best idea, but I'm going to do it anyways. It's already 100 degrees Celsius. You just want to make sure all the clumps get broken up of the lye. And then just let it sit, it'll turn clear, and that's when you know it's done reacting. So while that sits, I'm going to measure out the oils. So I'm going to start with my olive oil, and I'm going to do 31.5 ounces of olive oil. You want to use refined, like the cheapest olive oil you can get, because extra virgin for some reason doesn't work that well, and it's more expensive anyways. We're going to use 1.9 pounds of olive oil total. 1.96. Yeah, the thing is, I'm going to need a bigger container. That's enough olive oil. much soap before in one batch, but should be alright. Yeah. So now I'm gonna do 13.5 ounces of olive oil. I'm actually going to warm this up on the stove, I guess.
Okay.
I usually just use the microwave. I usually just use a little Tupperware thing, but...
You gotta heat it up to boiling or what?
No, I want to really lightly heat it, so I'm just going to put it on low. I can turn this off now. See, the light is clearer now. It's not so cloudy. So it's pretty much done. I just gotta let that cool down. But what I want to do is kind of like meet them at the same temperature, which is 50 degrees Celsius.
Okay.
You actually don't put any fragrance or dyes until it's reached trace, which is after you've mixed the lye and the fats together and then blended it
Okay.
to like a really specific consistency, and then it's safe to put in the...
But I mean, if you want to make like mint soap or something, you just use mint oil.
Yeah,
Okay.
and you can use it. And you kind of have to experiment because different essential oils will have like different reactions with the soap. You can make it hard right in the thing, and you won't be able to pour it.
Yeah.
But lavender, pepper, a lot of essential oils work pretty easily.
Okay.
But like orange will disappear. It won't be able to smell it no matter how much you put in. A lot of citrus oils won't come out.
Weird.
Survive the soap process.
Yeah, I read about goat milk soap last night.
Yeah. So you'd be adding that at trace too with all this other stuff, so it doesn't get eaten up by the lye. But that's really tricky because it can turn orange and get clumpy.
What makes the soap pink?
Pink?
When there's like pink bars of soap.
Dyes usually.
Yeah.
Or I noticed that if you use Crisco, for some reason it turns.
Gross.
If you use Crisco,
Yeah.
it turns the soap pink.
I don't know if I'd want to wash myself in Crisco.
It's just soybean oil.
Huh.
So it's and palm
Yeah,
oil.
okay.
I would definitely not eat it, but it's great for your skin.
Yeah.
Okay, you're gonna need a hand blender.
Okay, I actually have one of those, so that's cool.
Cool. And you're gonna want to probably only use it for soap from now on if you use it.
Alright. Huh.
Well,
How much are those?
this one was like $15, $20,
Okay.
$19 or something.
I guess I'm gonna need a scale and one of those and a thermometer.
I've done it by hand just by stirring, but it takes 45 minutes, and it takes 2 minutes with a hand blender. The only problem is you have to be careful not to get air in the soap. I'm gonna take the temperature of the oil. Get an idea. This is bad form to use this thermometer in the lye and the oil.
What? Because it could like have a reaction or something, or?
Yeah, it's just, yeah. Okay, yeah, so this is at about 50 degrees Celsius.
Smells real good.
Yeah. That was like my second try, so. We'll... Okay, so they are both at about 50 degrees.
50 degrees Fahrenheit?
Celsius.
Oh, okay.
I know I'm using ounces and pounds, and then I'm using Celsius. But what I'm gonna do is get everything ready with my blender plugged in, and I'm gonna uncap the lavender oil, because I'm gonna add about 1.5 ounces of this to this batch. So that's gonna be like a little more than 1/4 of this bottle. Trying to figure out how I'm gonna pour this. It's gonna be really hard to pour soap into that. Figure it out.
So you'll pour that into that,
Mm-hmm.
and then you just mix it,
Blend.
and then you pour the lavender and stuff in it.
Yeah, once it reaches like it's hard to explain the consistency. It's like pudding almost, but not quite. So I'm gonna pour that in first. I'm gonna like put the blender in and I'm gonna tilt it and like kind of shake it to get that air bubble out. And I'm gonna pour the lye like slowly and pour it down the side of the blender so it doesn't get too much air bubbles in here. You might want to like look in the pot because it changes colors. So first I'm just gonna like stir around like this, kind of figure 8 kind of thing, and then just do like short bursts on the low setting or. And stir. So it's starting to thicken a little bit, and it's kind of turned like milky looking, but it's definitely still too thin to add the lavender. So the consistency we're trying to get is called trace, and it'll look like when you go like that, you'll be able to see the little lines still on the top of the surface. It won't just blend right in, it'll kind of sit on top of the soap.
Looks like milk.
Yeah.
Honey milk or something.
Yeah, it's starting to get thick. This is good. But once it does reach that, it's like really fast. It'll just harden quickly. So you gotta work quickly. Not quite.
It's not toxic to breathe or anything?
No, it's pretty much safe now, but you still don't want to get on your skin because it could burn a little bit. You definitely don't want to get this in your eyes.
Yeah, it does look like pudding.
Yeah, so it should. It's almost there. Okay, that's it. We're gonna kind of leave ripples on top of the soap or like lines. When you stir it, it doesn't completely soak back into it. It's probably really hard to see on that. Now I'm gonna add the lavender oil.
You just kind of wing it and put a...
Yeah, I like more than
Okay.
less. So stir it like this and then kind of. So it might start thickening really fast now that I added the oil.
And then once you put it in the trays, how long does it take to just harden a little bit?
I don't know, a few hours.
Okay.
It's gonna go through like a gel phase maybe, because it stays hot. The process is still going on, so it's gonna stay hot for like hours, and it'll actually like that's why you want to wrap it in paper towels and stuff. Not paper towels, but like towels.
Yeah.
Just want to make sure all that lavender's mixed in.
And you can put a top on the Tupperware and that's fine.
Yeah, you actually want to cover it with something like plastic wrap. Or plastic wrap, or yeah, like a cover, because you'll get soda ash maybe. So, see how it leaves the lines on top of that? So you want to like pour it really quickly now. Get that in the sink.
So now do you want to add more lavender again or no?
No, it's gonna be plenty. But now I'm gonna pour into the mold quickly. That's good. I'm just gonna shake it. These ones are gonna be difficult to pour with this thing. You can cut this extra stuff off tomorrow. But this, yeah, you might want to just put, unless it touches the soap, I wouldn't put it on, but I think it won't. Yeah, it's perfect. Yeah, you want to cover this, if you want, this one with like saran wrap or something, and then wrap it in towels, because you want to keep all that heat in and let it go through a gel phase where it actually turn clear in the middle.
Okay.
And then tomorrow, if you can get it out, take it out of this thing.
Yeah.
But if it doesn't come out really easily, just like shaking it upside down, then wait another day.
And then what do I put it into? Nothing. I just cut it into little bars
Cut it
and
into bars with a knife or whatever.
put it on top of wax paper, kinda, or something.
Wax paper are the best thing would be like this kind of grate thing, so you can so the air can get underneath it and all around it. You just want as much airflow as you can, and you want to put it in a nice dry, cool place in your house, and don't let the temperature change because it'll sweat.
Okay. Cool.